Get my face there going up and adjust the camera. Hopefully everybody's doing just well on this Tuesday now afternoon here in Metro Detroit. I'm your host, as always, Greg Dudzinski, fully licensed professional counselor in the state of Michigan, have been for almost 2 decades, aka Detroit's Love Guru, given a title given to me, I don't know, humble about it or not, by a group of clients from years ago. So I appreciate that. Welcome to the Art of Relationship show, people. And as always, you can join in the chat down below. I'll throw a welcome sign out there in a minute, but please join the discussion. Gonna talk about today about women being visual creatures. Everyone said, oh, men are a lot more visual than women. That's a bunch of BS, okay? And I'm going to talk about that as well as do a follow-up to last Thursday's show about, is emotional intimacy, is that enough to keep the passion going? Because you can be close, you can be great friends, you know what? You can be emotionally safe for each other. Does that mean automatically that the passion will still be there? Pay attention. Should be a fun show. And again, please join the discussion below. And I'm going to put a welcome sign on there, and we'll go from there. Okay. So welcome in. And do you think women are, you know what? Let's face it. Are they just non-visual like men are? That is false. And there's a lot of research that document, you know what, that women also are visual. And I'm talking, you know, research done by Justin Lee Miller, by David Lee, other researchers, you know, sexologists in the field, besides myself, and looking at, you know, what is going on and what do women find appealing? You know what, do they love those six-pack abs? Do they like men with big hands and big feet? You know what I'm talking about, ladies, right? The assumption a guy has big feet, he's got a big salami stick down there, right? And, you know, does that, you know what, grab your attention? Does that make you Google, you know, sort of goo-goo gaga, turn yourself into a little baby? Hey, Tony, welcome. And I appreciate you chiming in as always. And, you know what? Are women visual creatures? And I want women, you know, women that are honest. They're going to tell you, yes, I am. Ooh, I love abs on men. I love, you know what, a big chest on a man. I love, you know, big arms. Oh, I love a man with, you know, the big thing, the man beard now going on. You know, all the beards and stuff going on, which, yeah, whatever. You know what? I'm into women, so whatever women want. Do women love, ooh, sexy blue eyes? Do they love eyes? Yes, they do. You know what? They love a man's smile. They get all weak in the knees. They get a little bit moist. You know where? Just looking at guys and at their, you know, the man's sex appeal, right? So women are visual, and I'd love to hear your comment on it. I could ask Tony, you know what? Does his wife, Karen, you know what? Does she find him sexy, and maybe he wears his thongs for his wife and it drives her wild, you know? And you look at that, and the way a man dresses, the way the man walks, all these things are, you know, paid attention to by a lot of women. I'm not saying all women. There's always exceptions to the rule, but women are definitely visual creatures just like men. They might not be as much so, and that is up to debate as well. And there needs to be, you know, some research evidence. Are women more visual or as visual as men? I think you're going to find it that, you know what, it's going to be very, very close. You know, men might be visual up here, women might be right about here. And we look at all these things. I said thongs, Tony, not things. No. And you know what? Would Tony's wife love to see him wear thongs? I don't know. Or, you know, do women want those little bit of elephant sort of string bikinis going on with the elephant trunk? You know, everybody's seen them, right? So we look at these elements that women are visual as well, okay? In the big debate, you know, men are shallow, women are not. Yes, women are shallow. How many women have gone to a male review, a male strip club, right? And they drew over the guys, nice buttocks, nice firm buttocks, that type of aspect. You know what? There's some women that just, find it sexy, him, that, that are bald. Like, let's face it, right here, bald, blue eyes, short at 5'6" that I am. And, no, I'm teasing. And there's women, right? They need to, right? They want a man that's tall, taller the better. Or they want a man that's skinny. They want a man that's thicker. Just like men, women have their visual preferences as men. And women that deny it, I think are either, do I want to blatantly say that they're lying? Or maybe they're misrepresenting, or they feel like, oh, they're a bad person if they admit that they're visual. It makes you human, ladies. It doesn't make you freaking a bad person. It makes you human. That's plain. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, what's up? I hope you're feeling well. Welcome to the Art of Relationship show. And Cynthia, you know what? Be honest out there. Let's face it. You're a visual woman, aren't you? I'd love to hear it. You know what? Throw your comments out there and get the women chiming in to see how visual they are. And I can attest, you know what? You look at how many women, you know what? They go nuts for, you know what? A certain appeal that a man has. Blonde hair, dark hair. Like I said, no hair. Blue eyes, brown eyes. You know what? They want a man that's husky or a big guy. Like a lumberjack. And we look at, oh, wait a minute. Cynthia just mentioned I prefer I prefer real strip clubs with hot chicks. You don't prefer a male strip club with, well, yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you, Cynthia. Yeah, I do not want to see, no offense. I work with all sexual orientations, but yeah, I do not want to go to a male strip club and watch swinging salamis all over the place. I'm definitely more in the beauty of women, okay? Hey, Stephanie, hey, welcome. Getting a lot of people chiming in, and I want to hear, you know what, women, go ahead, admit it. Be brave, be honest out there, no BS, and admit, you know what, I am visual. I do like, a certain look about a man. I do like this certain appeal that a man has, and we can get into, we're talking about the visual, and I'm not going to go into all the sensory aspects, right? And we can go on to, and when I was teaching human sexuality for college classes, I would bring on what attracts you in a man or what attracts you in a woman, and we go on after, the sound of their voice, the smell of their cologne, perfume, or just natural pheromones or body chemistry without any cologne or deodorant on, and what, drives you wild. But this is all about the visual aspects. And Stephanie, I love men with pretty teeth and a beard. You know what, Stephanie? Get off my show. I don't have a beard. No, I'm teasing. See, and I don't get, with the big, the last maybe 5 years about the women and the beard thing, all this stuff. Maybe they like their thighs tickled with the guy's beard or whatever. Or, what they used to call them flavor savers. And what is it does, the beard? And there's actually been some research done that men, with the beard might find, women might find them to be more masculine. And I can tell you that is an act. People, because men have a beard, whatever, doesn't make them more masculine. It maybe gives the presence of that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the persona or the personality is there that manly. And Tony, you just mentioned eyes, face, hair, nice hands, and nice feet. Are you talking about a guy or a woman? Do you want a woman with nice feet, nice hands, hair? Yeah, so I think both genders are visual creatures, both men, both women, and this cuts across all sexual orientations. This is my own professional and my own personal belief, is that both genders are visual creatures. Not a right or wrong, but can you admit it? We all know, I like a man that dresses this way. There's some women that like a man, that wears cowboy boots and flannel shirts all the time, okay? I'm glad you said that. When you're talking about the hands and the feet and all this stuff, Tony, I was just wondering about that. He just said, really, hot. Women only here, my friend. Okay, thanks for the clarification on that, Tony. But I'd like to know, Stephanie just said, I love you though, Greg baby. I just like how it looks. Oh, the beard on a man. Now, do you like the big, sort of Duck Dynasty freaking hanging down beard, or do you like it nicely trimmed and all this stuff? See, even though when I say women are visual creatures as well, I'm going to say it's true, okay? You can discredit me. We all know there are exceptions to every rule. But as a whole, women could like a man that's, more buff, that's more husky, that's more skinny, more slender. Doesn't mean they're not visual. They are visual creatures. They just like different things to look at, just like men. There's some men, right, that like big boobs, that don't care about boobs. That's more about a nice, tight little booty on them or a big booty on them, right? Everybody is different. And looking at, what grabs your attention and your attraction to a guy, ladies, and you can look at your current guy. Now, Tony, you need to throw Karen on and see what, I want her to tell me what she finds sexy and visually appealing about you, man. So we look at these aspects, and women need to be okay. Yeah, I am visual. And it comes down to a point where the argument, men are shallow, women are not. Ass man like Kramer. Oh, God. I'm an ass man, too. Ass and legs. I like a little tight, round booty and all this aspects, okay? Oh, Sherry comes in here. Teeth and hands. Here we go, ladies. Be brave. Admit what do you find visually appealing in a man, and be honest about that. Is there something about a man's eyes? The man, the way he stands, the way he carries himself, the way a man dresses. And a lot of times, you know what? Yeah, I'm a professional in my office 6 days a week. And do I dress like a professional? No. I dress most of the time very casual, very jeans, maybe a t-shirt, a dress shirt untucked. It all depends. I'm usually pretty casual. Can I dress up? Absolutely, right? And we look at these aspects about what the elements are. Tony just mentioned Karen loves the visual quality of your paycheck. Hilarious. How many women look at that? Oh man, he's so hot. Look at all those zeros on his paycheck. God, he's sexy as hell. Look at all those numbers. And but going after what the visual appeal is about men that drive you crazy. It's usually maybe, I'm a huge, let's face it, with women, okay, I love women, yeah, okay, with a nice body. I'm more one into, thinner ladies. I don't care. I'm not really that much of a boob man. I like boobs, but not a big deal. But I like, a tight little booty, all this stuff, okay? A nice smile, the eyes, kind, super kind, very caring eyes, but also they have confidence in those eyes and they own their sexuality, if you know what I mean. And ladies, you know what? Do you like guys how they own it? They own their confidence. They own, their sexual prowess, if you will. And I'm not talking being a slut, being a dog. I'm not talking about that. But do you look at how a man handles himself? And let's face it, women, do you picture your man, how they look? And I talked about this probably a year ago, that your visual aspects of a man, your visual, let's face it, judgments of a man, that you look at how he is and how he would be in the bed, how he would be as a sexual partner. How many women out there are going to admit, yeah, I've done that. Yeah, you know what? A lot of women, we don't do that. Women don't do that. That's a bunch of BS, ladies, and that you lie about that. So basing it on, what goes on, what grabs your visual acuity skills, if you will, what grabs your visual attention to say, damn, you know what, that man's hot. There's something about him. He might not be that attractive to a lot of other women, that type of thing, but there's something about him that attracts me, that draws me to him, be it the eyes, the build, the walk, the stature, the clothes he's wearing, that type of thing. Or, like I tell everybody, you know what, clothes don't wear me, I wear the clothes. I'm joking, as I am grubbed up all the time. I'm joking, okay? Hey, Stephanie, I like it neat. trimmed. It can be full, but trimmed. Now, are you talking about, pubic hair? Oh, wait, you're going back on the beard. I'm sorry, my apologies. Going back on. I like when they dress casual or dress up or just in boxers. Like them all sizes. I like an aggressive, manly man. Now, what is your difference of aggressive, manly man? And I love this all the time. And this could be, is this a personality thing? Or is this that you're able to visualize a man being aggressive, being, in your eyes, a manly man? And I get a lot of women, you know what, I always liked a manly man, all this stuff. And then they get this manly man. And this manly man is controlling, is bossy, is aggressive, meaning putting their woman in their place, being a control freak. Now, is that your definition of a manly man, Stephanie? Or, you know what? What else grabs your opinion? Or grabs your interest, I should say. Oh, real quick, please, if you share the video, I'm a little bit behind. I have to get winners out from last week. But you get for sharing the Art of Relationship Show episode on your timeline, you get a chance to win my book, The Relationship Guide, Tools to Ignite Love and Intimacy. It's the enhanced edition, the latest edition. The same book you can get on Amazon.com. They also have the ebook there, but I pay for shipping. So you get a chance to win that or a t-shirt, Love Intentionally. And on the back, it is Stop Hate, okay? So you get a chance to win a book or the t-shirt. And now Sherry's chiming in. Jawline, facial hair, humor, and ability to walk barefoot. You know what? That's cool. Now, are you talking an ability to wear or, walk barefoot? Sherry, does that mean he has to have big feet, like frickin' snowshoe feet? What do you mean by bare feet? That he, grooms his toenails, that their toenails aren't dragging in the dirt type of thing, right? I'm looking at those type of aspects. Now, you look at humor, Sherry. Humor, is that a personality trait or is that a visual trait? And that's something we, can look at, a holistic view of what grabs your attention or grabs your attraction or you find sexy in a man is a sense of humor. But is that a personality or is that a visual thing? And I want to know more on, the visual aspects. What is it? The eyes of a guy? Is it that, the way he grooms himself? Is it the way, like I said, dresses? And I keep hearing, facial hair. Stephanie loves beards. Sherry said the jawline, and I hear that a lot from women. They want that square jawline or the wide bridge, that type of aspect. And I keep hearing women, yeah, they like nice teeth. I do like my ladies, my lady to have, nice teeth too, okay? It's just one of those things. I don't know if people associate the teeth with grooming, hygiene. Sometimes, it has nothing to do with hygiene. You can, have, teeth might not be perfect. That doesn't mean that your hygiene isn't up to snuff. So that could be another thing too. Can you tell someone that is, has great hygiene? Say, Stephanie, going back to a manly man, blue collar. I have a lot of blue collar traits in me. But looking at works with his hands, it gets all sweaty and grimy, and you find that sexy. Now, what if you saw him slimy and grimy and dirty 24/7? Would that be sexually appealing to you? You know what, ladies? I'd love to hear it. What other facial or, not only facial features, what other visual body features of a man do you like? Do you like a man with a nice ass, with a great butt, nice and tight butt? What else? Maybe you want a guy that, that is bigger than you. And how many women, I run into this, oh my God, this was a long time ago, many, many years ago, okay? And, I was meeting a couple friends at a bar, I'm talking years and years ago, okay? I walk in and these two women, I thought they were sisters, but they turned out to be mother and daughter. They were giggling, whatever. And they were giggling. Hey, what's going on? You know, I'm just talking with them. And, oh, yeah, sit down, we'll tell you. So I sat down. Oh, yeah, Greg, you know, I introduced Greg and all this. Yeah, we just love your, you know, you got such a great ass, but we hate it, too. And I'm like, what? I'm sort of blushing, flattered. We hate it, too, because it's smaller than ours, you know. And one type of thing, how many women out there don't want a guy that's smaller than them because it makes you look bigger? Let's face it. Or is that important to you? And I hear this about, you know, a big man, the protection factor, but then some women are intimidated by bigger guys because they might associate that bigger guy, and it's unfairly based on visual features, visual effects, if you will, that they're more abusive, they're more tendency, so they don't feel safe with the bigger guy. And everybody is different when you go on the visual aspects of what women want in a guy. And I can't, you know what, we can go through a whole bunch of stuff. You're going to interview 100 different women, and they might find 100 different things that they find attractive in a guy. They could be all different. But the point of this episode is women are visual creatures as well, okay? Go back to Cynthia. There you are. Okay. He needs to be confident but not cocky. Oh, crap. That takes care of me. No. I am a little cocky, but I'm humble, too. You can always tell a cocky man by his mannerisms, body language. Ran into an EMT over the weekend and he was hot. Oh, here we go. Don't tell your husband John, Cynthia. Took about 5 minutes to figure out he was an ass after I stopped drooling just by watching him. See? Man, I'm laughing, all this stuff. Yeah, it took you 5 minutes to stop drooling, right? Cynthia, was he bald, short, 5'6", athletic build? No. But looking at these aspects, you know, every woman looks at a man, oh, wow, he's attractive, he's this, he's that. Looks like he's an ass, looks like he's not confident. All these visual tests, if you will, that women put men up to, and men have no idea, right? We're taught men are visual, women are not. That's a bunch of BS. That is a false statement. That's a myth. That's a flat-out lie. Women are just as visual as men are, okay? And if you want to challenge me, go right ahead. That's okay. I'm up to it. Oh, I can be wrong. I'm humble enough to admit when I am wrong, okay? Sherry, you mentioned, I've known many men that aren't comfy walking bare feet. Oh, really? Yes, they need to have clean feet, no long toenails, as I mentioned earlier. You can tell how a man takes care of himself if his feet are groomed. I got you, just like women, okay? Oh, Cynthia mentioned John was standing right here. He was actually short, fit, and oh my God. Was he bald too, like me? No, Cynthia. Okay, Stephanie, my past relationship, I was the aggressor. But with my boyfriend, he is not controlling, he is confident in the way he talks and carries himself. That's sexy to me. I hear this from a lot of women, and it's the same thing for a lot of men. They look at how a woman carries herself. Is she confident, but also kind and compassionate? Most men do not want a woman that is all tough. You know what? They want some softness, some compassion, some femininity to go along with that as well, okay? He is upfront and to the point, and men working is sexy, period. Got you. Have no size issue. I just like tall because I'm only 5 foot. Nice small, big hand, nice smile, big hand, someone who takes care of his body. Great hygiene is a plus. And for me too, and I think hygiene is, I think, crucial for a lot of people. And a lot of people might look clean, but you run into, we're dealing with thousands and thousands of couples over the years. You know what? A lot of people, I thought they had great hygiene, and oh my God, you know what? They found out they're not all that clean, or they don't groom maybe to the standards that we're assuming, okay? Oh, here we go, Sherry, you rotten person, you. No, men need to be taller than me. I'm not attracted to shorter than me. Hairy chest, but not a Sasquatch. Slimmer build, sucker for a redhead. they become silver foxes. Oh, there we go. Some athletic build, but not a gym god. We may be visual to a point, but women allow some visuals to slide if the emotional connection outweighs the looks. You know what, Sherry? I hear this often. I hear this often as well, and I do agree with you. And believe it or not, men are the same way. I can tell you this for a fact. You know, men are the same way, and I'm not throwing that out there. I agree. The emotional, the personality is what keeps the individual, right? We all know this, right? That is the big thing. But the initial aspect, you know, what originally draws you to somebody, what attracts you to somebody, what keeps your interest, or maybe if someone asks you out on a date, or is interested in you, if you were not attracted to that person, okay, if you didn't find them even, you know what, middle of the road attractive to you, like you said, someone shorter than you, it don't matter how their personality is. You're not going to give them that chance, right? Let's be honest, okay? And I'm going to be honest, someone that I don't find maybe appealing to me, whatever ways, I'm probably not going to ask them out. I would not ask them out. Is that being shallow, or is that just you like what you like and you're okay with that? Now, if someone is appealing to me, is attractive to me, now I want to get to know them, and she is, let's face it, not a good person. She might be arrogant. She might be just downright mean. A B, you get me? That attraction, no matter how physically appealing she is to me, that attraction goes right down the toilet. And most men are that way, not all men. Most men are the same way, just like you said, Sherry, and I agree that women can find, you know, the visual appetite, if you will, appealing of a man, but when they open their mouth, it's the emotional connection, how you're treated, how they're, how they respect you, right? How they make you feel, loved, respected, all those aspects. So I agree, and I can tell you from almost 20 years of doing this stuff, plus my own personal experiences, if you will, that most people, it is, you know, how you make each other feel that really hooks you in after the visual attraction is there. And I agree. Someone you might think is middle of the road attractive, not butt ugly, but you know what, not that attracted to you, but you're like, you know, they're okay. They can become more attractive based on their personality and the way they carry themselves. I agree. And you know what? Thank you, everyone, for chiming in, for sharing your insights, ladies. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being open and honest. And you know what? Thursday's show, I ran out of time, so Thursday I'll get into, you know what, having emotional connection, having emotional intimacy in a relationship. Does that also keep the passion going? And you might be a bit surprised. So pay attention. I'll be live Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Time with the Art of Relationships show. Hey, Tony, you're back, and I'm getting ready to sign off. One more little thing, Sherry. I think most women have the ideal Adonis, but due to insecurities of self, I think there isn't a way to hold them for long. And that could be they have the Adonis complex that women want, right? But you know what? They don't want someone attracted to them because they're afraid someone else is going to steal them. I've heard this from a lot of women, and that's sad, okay? So we look at those aspects and what, you know, you find appealing first. Let's face it. Most of the time, from a visual standpoint, you're going to go after or be gravitated to someone you find that is attractive, however they look, okay? I don't deem them attractive. You do. We all have our personal likes, and that goes with men as well. There could be a certain look, a certain gaze, a certain way they hold themselves, but let's face it, it's usually, typically, the visual that grabs our attention of someone that could be a potential partner for us, okay? So, I love a deeper voice than a man. Oh my God, I don't have a manly man voice. Love your work, Greg. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for all the support, everybody. Again, check out my website, theartofrelationships.org. And again, please share the episode, the Art of Relationships episode, sorry, as I trip over my tongue, on your timeline for a chance to win my book, The Relationship Guide, Tools to Ignite Love and Intimacy, the enhanced edition. It's available on Amazon as well. Our t-shirt I showed, midway through the show, so you get a chance to win one of those. And everybody, you know what, take care. Again, thank you all for the support. I want to help as many people have the relationship that they've always craved and treasured, okay, and have that keep going. Peace and love to everybody out there. Everybody take care. Bye-bye, people.